Yes.
Now my question. There's nothing then consciousness. And I am. That means I am is the only existence. The world does not really exist, but is only a phenomenon which has come out of consciousness. And so is consciousness itself. And now my problem. Sometimes I am conscious of the world, like just now. And sometimes I am not, like in deep sleep. I cannot imagine that the world will come into existence as a phenomenon every day when I wake up in the morning and will vanish again when I go into deep sleep in the evening. Can you explain me how it is?
I'm sorry, very, very sorry, but I didn't get the point.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't quite...
Okay, then I will form a question.
Yes,
Yes.
sure.
Yes. Just now,
Yes.
I am conscious of the world.
You are conscious of the world,
Conscious
yes.
Yes, and in deep sleep I am not conscious.
Or
the
you
world.
could be unconscious of the world.
Yes, I am not
In
conscious
other
of the
words,
world.
consciousness can be there,
Yes,
and the senses work only if consciousness is there. If consciousness is suspended for any reason,
yes.
then you are not conscious of the world. Or rather, the senses are not conscious of the world if consciousness is not active. If consciousness is not active, the senses are not able to function in regard to the world.
Yes, but the world is there.
The world is there, not for you,
Yes, yes, of course.
not for you. You see, when you are in deep sleep,
Yes,
does the world exist? Not for you. So, but you say, the world doesn't exist for me when I'm in deep sleep. But the world still exists. Why? Because I can ask my neighbor who was not asleep. And he says the world existed.
yes, of course.
That was your argument. Supposing for that matter, imagine, just imagine, that at any particular moment, all animals and human beings who are sentient beings with consciousness and senses were all asleep at the same moment. Just imagine, if everyone was asleep at the same moment, who is to say that the world existed?
Yes, nobody can say it, but
No.
does it exist? Does
So,
it exist?
what? Pardon?
But the question is, does it exist, even if nobody sees it?
You mean it is not conceivable that everybody is asleep at the same time?
No, this not. Yes, the question is, does the world exist even if nobody sees it? If nobody is conscious of it? Does the world exist even then if all people and all animals sleep and nobody is conscious of the world? Does it exist in this case?
You see, the point is, if nobody is conscious of the world, what world are we talking about? If no one is conscious of the world, what world are we talking about? I repeat, if no one is conscious of any world, what world are we talking about? That is exactly what I mean. There is no world. You see, the world exists because we are conscious of it. And when we say we are conscious of it, we see it, we observe it. We observe it because the eyes come in contact with its object, and because the sentience is there, the eyes are able to see it. Without consciousness, the world can be seen as an image in your eyes. The eyes are there. So what the eyes see is reflected in the eyeball. But in the absence of consciousness, the eyes don't function. So it is consciousness of sentience which enables the senses to function.